Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super excited about today's episode for a number of reasons. It's another interview episode, which I know all of you love and can appreciate your continued support in helping this podcast get over 200,000 downloads. So really excited about that. And thank you so much as always. But I have for you guys today an amazing business owner, an amazing individual. We are in a mastermind together that is specifically built and leveraged around growing successful memberships. And what I love about what this person does is she actually helps people how to make your rooms happy and successful so that your goals and dreams come true, whether that's organizing your office, whether it's organizing your kids' rooms, creating, flow and energy. And I think anyone that's listening to this that has a remote business that does work or maybe is spending more time at home, the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. So if you have a cluttered and not put together room and space, that can sometimes attribute to that showing up in your business. Your business may be all over the place and not be as free-flowing as it should. So with that being said, Maria Husch, welcome to today's episode.
Hello, Scott. I'm so happy to be here, and greetings from Vienna in Austria. And I'm happy to talk about, how our rooms influence the things we think, we feel, and we do, and how we can really use them kind of like a buddy that helps us to reach our dreams and goals and overcome some obstacles or issues.
Yeah, so before we dive into all of that, why don't you tell a little bit of the audience about your backstory, but more importantly, what was that specific thing that happened to you, that catalytic moment that allowed you to say, you know what, this is what I'm really good at, and this is what I'm really skilled at, and I should turn this into a business? What was that moment for you with how you spent your backstory in order to get to where you are today?
Yeah, my backstory also started inside my rooms, because I had a 9-to-5 job and I was not very happy. It was in a totally different area, more in finance and numbers. And I just came home to my home and I didn't like it. It was cluttered. I spend every minute outside of my home every day on holiday when I had free time. So I didn't really like it. And I already felt that I need change. And then I started to put more love into my home. And looking back, this really made a transition possible. Yeah, because I kind of had to look at myself by looking at my home. And this is also one of my main messages. Our home is like a mirror, and we can change something there without, sometimes we're a bit in the hard mindset work and strategy work. And this is kind of a third wheel we can turn to kind of get going and declutter or rearrange things, redecorate things, and suddenly things get into place. And then I looked at different things and thought, I'm gonna change my career. I've always been interested in interior design. As a little kid, I with mail order catalogs back then, without the internet, I designed rooms. And I started just after my job with an education as a feng shui consultant and interior designer, and started in the rooms with offline business here in Vienna, and somehow I got to the online business. And this is a story where I met people that started an online business in the beginnings, like years ago, especially here in Europe. Not many people had it. I didn't have any idea about online business, and I just thought that's not possible for me. Interior designer, I have to go to my clients and do the things. Yeah, and now I have an online business with hundreds of clients, and I don't go to any rooms at home anymore. So also an inspiration to just think out of the box. Maybe it's possible. And then I got going with my online business.
I love that. And we always talk about in business, there's an energy and a flow of
Yeah.
how to go about things. Now, you know, since the global pandemic, obviously, you've probably seen an uptick in newer entrepreneurs coming to the online space, and even if people are not entrepreneurs, maybe they're working remotely from home
Yeah.
and having to think about the layout or the organization of their rooms in a much different way, because maybe they didn't have a home office and now they had to create one because there wasn't a need for it before. What do you feel is the benefit from what you have found in your professional career and now how you're helping people about having a proper flow and organization to a room? And in what you have seen, how can that then lead to greater success, but also joy in someone's life and business?
Yeah, we know that our rooms affect us. We decorate for Christmas, and we have, if you go to a special restaurant or to a castle, we feel different. And if we're in a little tiny place that's cluttered, we somehow feel it. But at home, we forget about it so often. And in the business world, the companies, they spend millions on the room design and to how to attract and bring joy into it. And at home, we just put up the laptop and start with our work. And at home, we are in the role as a dad, as a mom, as a individual, with our hobbies, with our friends, with our private life. And then we have to switch to the entrepreneur, to being successful. And this switch is easy if you drive there, if you go to office building where all the other people are that are in the like success zone. And at home, there is the laundry, there are the all the kids stuff, and you sit maybe in the bedroom or wherever. And this is the main thing, to really switch into the role of an very successful person, and to switch into the role of an entrepreneur during your work. And this starts really with a proactive design, wherever that is. Even if it's if the best place is on your kitchen table. And I have many clients that went back to the table because it's a big place and it's better than in the closet, little behind the clothes in a tiny space, and there you feel big. But you have to change from the parent trying to get your kids eat vegetables to I take decisions, I show up, I do the work. And there's design very helpful to really do what you can do in your home. Because in the home, we can't have in most cases, we can't have the perfect thing, but we can give our best.
So, what do you feel is something or a few things that a lot of, I would say, remote entrepreneurs, myself and my wife have been running our company and our business from home for the last 5 years. What are some things that entrepreneurs that do work from home and do run their companies from home, what are some things that they need to think about or consider when it comes to energetic flow in the space where they're connecting with their clients, they're shooting videos, they're doing coaching calls, they're having trainings. What are some of the things they've considered when they're setting those spaces up?
Yeah, for me, the main thing is the position of the desk. That's really, pushes the needle really on the other side. If you think of a really successful manager of a company, how would they sit? How would the setup of the office be? And there are a lot of studies and things around that. There is the desk looking into the room and not to the wall, like you have a brick in front of you, and not looking outside. We know from different studies that the productivity really sinks when you look directly outside. And you can try it in your coffee table, different positions, how you feel. Just sit there, or ask someone else to sit there and come into the room. How do they feel successful, like a manager on this table, and moving the desk. And sometimes at home you need crazy things. I had a client, she brought in this camping foldable table in her living room in front of the TV, a huge one, yeah, for a whole like barbecue or something. And she put it up every day and started to work there, and this skyrocketed her business. And then the kids started to work there. Their school was better, and they had better marks at school and things like that. So the position of your desk, that you really have a solid back and look into the room and have an overview of your business. That's the main thing, but of course we can start with little things. How do you feel with the glass where you're drinking? Is it a broken one, or is it the one of a CEO of a company? And to switch into this mode of a successful person, I would really look at all the things you use. Are they really like really do it like you rent office space somewhere, and do it with this energy and intention? Sometimes I saw people using the scissors that they used in grammar school or in elementary school, and yeah, our subconscious feels that, and we want to show up and be successful, and it's the little things that can do a lot of change.
It's really interesting. I think there's a lot of people that don't really recognize the importance of how we feel towards certain things at home. Like you said, the coffee mug that you drink out of, the office chair that you sit in, the office desk where you have things. All of those things have feelings. You have feelings towards those things. And I think understanding and being very present to acknowledging the feelings that you have towards how you have things set up within your office or your home absolutely translates to what is coming back into the home or coming
Yeah.
back into the business. For you personally, what were some of the biggest shifts that you made from how you were designing your at-home space, and how did that translate into increased business or increased joy in your life?
Yeah, when I started my business, I had the furniture of my kids' room at home with my parents. So it was kind of this modular system, but then I, of course, I felt it right away that this is not gonna, and it was one of the biggest and first to invest into really an office space, and I up level every day. Room design and this really goal orientated room design, it's a never ending story because we grow, and then the old desk feels kind of little poor or unsuccessful again, and then we want to look into it again. and up level. And it doesn't have to be the big and very expensive stuff. But this was also my desk. It was just a white desk with easy. And I always think every year, how can I up level my office? Where do I want to be? Yeah, in 1 year, in 2 years. And I always talk about my successful twin sister or twin brother that has reached the dreams and goals, and she's the best interior designer for me. What would she do? What would she invest? What would she have? And the one that is in flow with time management, with family, with money, obviously. What would she have in her rooms? And I constantly upgrade and do things in my office. And one thing especially, because I think you have a lot of online entrepreneurs, it's a business that's in our cell phone or in our laptop. But is it really, does it take room? Yeah. I bring in my clients sometimes with post-its, with buy my things. I have my team, pictures of my team, and my team has pictures of all the rest of the team and in their home, to really see also the branding, the vibe, the values of my company. And then it's easy to just take the phone and take a picture and put it on social media and be your brand.
So people consider you a quote unquote room expert. So how would you describe to someone listening to this podcast that is not familiar with you, or maybe they're not familiar with feng shui or room organization? How would you describe to that person what a room expert actually is?
Yeah, the word room expert, and I obviously created that in German. Yeah, is I wanted to create something new. Yeah, because it's a combination of interior design, coaching. Sometimes in our rooms they tell us, and then we see something. I had a consultation yesterday and the lady was mind blown, and she's really successful but overwhelmed, and her rooms showed it, and it was like, yeah, where to go and where she can really change something. So coaching and business coaching or business strategy. So I kind of combine this in my own magic together. There is also a bit also of decluttering in it, because we have, I found out this is a big thing for many people. And it's a lot of pressure with all the things you should do and how you fold everything and this and that, and also in business. So I want to bring ease and fun into it and enjoy the journey, because we don't have to wait for success or to start a membership or grow a business till we have the perfect office, till we have the perfect surrounding. We can start today and we can up level and just go with the flow.
I love that. So let's talk about your membership a little bit, because
Yeah.
you had the idea of creating a space for people to join a community based on what has worked for you, and now you help other people. Talk a little bit about the membership that you have, and how it's grown, and how many people again you've impacted all over the world, because it's not just a local community that you have grown. I mean, you've grown a global community of people, now helping them organize their rooms in a way where they're creating more success and wealth and peace and happiness. So
Yeah.
tell a little bit, the people listening to this, about the community and membership that you created.
Yeah, it started actually with an idea when I was driving in the US in a snowstorm in near Grand Canyon. It was really crazy, and that was totally delayed, and I had to bring out my new content for a new course, and I have to always sell it and make a landing page and every new topic, and people ask about the kids room and what can I do for my relationship and what can I do in the basement and there and there and there. And I created new and new courses, and I was overwhelmed, and then I just put them together and designed this experience where there is input, and we do have live workshops every month. And yeah, kind of the heart of it is also where people can ask. So they send in, we have a tool where they send in their pictures and they can ask one question. And then I give them feedback, and the wonderful thing is all the others learn and get ideas and grow. And of course they have all the existing content, and so we have a community and everything. And we do some challenges once in a while. And I have a second layer also combined with the decluttering, because in my philosophy, we can't start decluttering without loving our home. We have to love it first, and then decluttering gets easy. So it's combined to really love and start in the home and have different views, and then also have this course on decluttering, and there we have a few other calls, and we declutter together twice a month, 3 hours, and this is really magic. Everyone on Zoom at home decluttering and party, and people get really into the flow. So it's like kind of an implementation session.
I love that. And how can people learn more about you, your membership, your resources, and the things that you have if they're interested in joining your community?
Yeah, my community, it's an English name, the I Love My Home community, but at the moment it's in German. And also the courses, but I do have a lot of one-on-one clients also all over the world in English, and maybe sometimes we'll also have the courses in English, so you never know. And yeah, the best thing is of course to come to my website, and we'll link everything, and there's the link to the community, and it's easy in Instagram. We can put into your show notes the handles to follow also, and there is translation feature there if you don't speak German, and get into the vibes and look what I'm doing. And if you want, you can also contact me, because I really also love to bring this awareness to have the online business and start memberships and things also in your own language. Because for me as a business owner, especially now that I'm more advanced, and I don't see a lot of resources for me in German and or masterminds and things like that. Obviously, I love to come to the US and or wherever for things, but I also love to really honor the local languages.
I love that. And as Maria mentioned, all of the information about her website, courses, all of that stuff is going to be in the description of the episode. So Maria, final question before we sign off. What does success truly mean to you?
For me, it's a feeling, yeah. And it's a feeling that, of course, can be related to numbers and things, but it's a feeling that it's inside of me, and I can tap into this every day. Success is if I sit in my in my home, and I'm amazed how it's a place of power for me, or I can feel like success if I have a good conversation, have fun somewhere, or a good dinner or whatever. So to really see and feel this feeling, also not just if we reach the big goals, That's also a big thing I want to bring into the world. So it can be everywhere, the feeling.
I love that. And success is a feeling. I always tell people it's the money and all those things are a side effect of the impact that you have, but it's really inside of all of us. Maria, thank you so much for being here today. I'm a big believer in what you're doing and what you're teaching. And I highly encourage those listening to today's episode to check Maria out to learn more about her and what she's up to. So, Maria, thank you again so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So, again, for all those listening, all the information of how to connect with Maria will be in the show notes in the description of this episode. And wherever you are listening to and from, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, wherever it is, please do leave us a rating and review. Let us know what you loved about this episode, but more importantly, what you would love to see more of within this podcast. So everyone, please enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.